people. Welcome to the Fresh Prince of Talk podcast, hosted by yours truly, Timber Prince. Well, before we get much into today's episode, do make sure you follow and subscribe to our YouTube channel at the Fresh Prince of Talk podcast. We are also available on Apple, Spotify, and Google Podcast. And before we get into today's episode, we would like to send a thank you to our sponsors for today's episode, Dakalo Lashu Event Planners. Confidence is something that can open so many doors for you. You can even fill spaces you've never imagined yourself to be. So, in today's episode, we are going to be looking at how confidence gets to shape you, especially as a young woman. Joining us today is also a young professional, very beautiful and smart. I would like for you to introduce yourself.
Hey, my name is Matloba Mulakhatli, and I'm a third born at home. And then we're only 4 girls, so I'm the third born. And I grew up in Limpopo, and then I then moved to PTA with my sister. So that's me. And then I'm currently working as a quantity surveyor. And I know a lot of people don't know what quantity surveying is. Because every time when I say I'm a quantity surveyor, people just assume it has to do with land surveying. Just because it's
the
surveying
part,
it's like I'm setting out points. No, quantity.
Well,
is
school us. I'm sure some of our listeners would like to actually know.
Understand what QSing is. So a quantity surveyor is basically the accountant of construction.
Okay.
One thing about me, I've always been a person who loved their numbers. Even from primary, I was doing very well. I believe so.
Yeah.
I was doing very well with maths, and even in high school, sometimes top 10.
You are up there.
So I loved my numbers. And also I enjoyed the engineering side of things and construction. So I remember, I think there was career guidance in high school.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
And then they were someone was explaining about civil engineering. I fell in love with that.
Oh, and that was before the quantity surveying.
Before the quantity surveying.
Okay, wow.
So at first, I even had, I think when I was applying for civil engineering, QSing. Yeah, it was just that those are my first options. And then my mom also wanted me to do teaching because she's like, it's a safe career. It's a safe career. There's always job. I'm like, hey, me, teacher. But I also enjoy it. So that's why hence I took it as my third option.
Yeah.
Sharp. And then there is a friend of mine who's very close to me. So her auntie is the quantity surveying. That's when I knew about quantity surveying. When she was explaining, I'm like, hey, let me actually go and search about this quantity surveying. And I could see you're in construction, but you're more in the financial side, meaning that you're dealing with numbers and everything. So I was like, hey, I love my money, I love my numbers, I want to be in construction,
this is just everything for you.
I want to do civil. Hence, I chose quantity surveying. Sharp. When did I start? I started in 2019. I did my first year at quantity surveying. Hey, but we'll get into it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just me. And I talk a lot. I laugh a lot.
That's one thing I know about. So going into that, since we're looking at how today's episode, what we actually want to have this conversation around, it's more or less confidence. Let's just start there. What does it mean to you, or how do you describe confidence?
I don't know. I don't know the exact definition. Confidence. But to me, the way I would define it, I feel like it's more of a you thing, what you believe in.
Okay.
So confidence first starts with you, how you see yourself and what you believe in. Because it's literally you portraying yourself.
So with that, do you feel like, okay, or maybe let's just say, so like saying, okay, it's something that you believe in yourself, and let me just say it like that. So do you believe that it's always the case, like, okay, you're just born a confident person, or it's something you grow gradually into it, you learn, or how is it actually? How do you see that?
I think there's a lot of factors that shape your confidence. One thing, it will be your environment. And now your environment is usually your family, the friends you keep, your area, literally the area that you stay in. Those things affect how you see yourself. So,
Yeah. No, you were mentioning family, because I feel like that's where everything starts, right? We are all, okay, I'm born into this family and all that. How do you feel they actually contribute into building confidence or instilling confidence in you? As you mentioned, you have like four sisters, right? Am I correct? So it's all girls. So I can imagine, being from an all girl family. How did family in per se get to really build that confidence in you, or which part do they actually play in instilling confidence in you from a very young age?
luckily, I was raised with sisters. I have sisters at home. Girls are very loving, and girls, we don't even have fear of showing up. Like we always wanna give out. How today you look very nice. Like we hand out compliments. It's normal for us, and I think that also helped. Because I know with my sisters, we always tell each other, but we're not, hey, you always dress up nice. It's those little compliments that actually sort of build you. But I think the main factor would be how your parents see you.
Oh.
That's very deep. So if now with me, like one thing for sure, my dad, he will always say like, Motibaka means my girl. Every time when we call him, my girl, like Motibako Motan, like Motibako Motan, my beautiful girl. So it's those things that actually now you start seeing beauty in yourself, because someone that you honor, because we honor our parents. They see you as Motibako Motan. So that actually really helps. And then also with my dad has no limitations. Like Kimotori, he would make sure nothing is impossible, my child. Nothing is impossible. Even with them, I think I even shared the story with you that my dad is so confident. At times that I would feel like I'm lacking confidence, but it's that scenario, maybe we are at the shop and then he wants to quickly buy something. Trust me, my dad, no, that man has no embarrassment in him. So he would skip the line and go to the front and say, my sister, can I please pay you? Like how? People are waiting, they're also in a hurry. What gives you the confidence to actually go up to the till and tell people that? And then they will deny him. He won't stop. He will go to the next till and still do it. When he speaks English, I'm like, what are you saying? What are you saying? But he will break. He will break the English so much. And then also with my mom too. My mom is someone who expresses how proud she is of us. Like she wouldn't downplay anything that we achieve. Like everything that I feel like we achieve, she always like, you see now my child, you went there. Or you she doesn't downplay anything. So from home, I think they help me in a way. They help me. But then now, I also mentioned about friends.
Okay.
Friends now, we are from different backgrounds.
True.
Some people are well off. Right now, I was just in the middle class. But I had needs. But my my parents were like, my sister, next school, so you here and there. So Now, when you see that your friend has 1, 2, 3, sometimes you feel like, just because next door they can buy cheese and at home,
you
and
start
then
seeing
now
those
it's those little things that.
Yeah, because it's going into that, like you're saying, how family gets to build this foundation in your life, like building this confident you. Now you are transitioning to school now. How was school for you? Let's just start there. I wonder what type of kid you were when you were in primary. Because coming from, a place where you are being told how proud they are of you, a place where you are being told that you're beautiful, like how then now you get into the schooling system. Remember, now there's new people we're meeting, there's teachers, there's new kids. How was that whole thing for you?
Oh, hey. It was a difficult one, especially my primary years. Primary years. I wasn't the most confident child ever. Yes, at home they will tell me, not because I allowed like external factors. I was still a child. I allowed external factors to tell me how things are supposed to be. But like, when they say there's no right or wrong answer, that is very, very valid.
That's true. That's true.
But not because now I felt like someone else's opinion is right.
So
then I sort of like, just because they have 1, 2, 3 and I don't have 1, 2, 3, it means they know it better. So sharp. Being in high school, I was I think in primary it was it was just so difficult. I don't even know how to put it, but I used to struggle a lot. Like I wasn't the most. I used to get bullied. Now it doesn't impact me anymore. They would laugh at me that I was skinny, like.
So we going into that, like as you were mentioning that, at school it became now some sort of a change in you, like throughout what you were facing. So do you believe in that instance? Because I've also encountered instances where like bullying per se, having to be this child in which when you were a child you just focus about school, achieving whatever, like you don't even look at the external factors, like I'm saying.
Yes.
But then you get now a point where kids start bullying you. Even people that are older than you, they'll get to bully you, and you do not understand that part. So I just want to know, in terms of teachers, because teachers are more or less our parents in the schooling system, do you believe that they play an active role in actually building confidence in especially young girls, or in terms of in instances where now you've been bullied, as you mentioned, do they play a role in making sure that you are okay in that situation, or everyone is just minding their own, or how is just that experience for you?
I genuinely believe they try their best, but now this thing is more about the other person who's actually doing the bullying. Obviously, when you're in school, if you report something, teachers will definitely reprimand the other kids. So fine, would report it and then they will reprimand them. But the problem is that they can't change the character of the person. They get reprimanded for maybe detention or maybe something, but they punish them. It's just that. The teacher literally did the best. Because it's not like they can actually sit the other child down and say, I know you must stop behaving like 1, 2, 3.
Exactly.
As I was explaining already, usually things they start at your home. So I honestly believe that there's no way a child can just grow up and just be a bully. It's the environment that you're raised in. If you're raised with love, you will distribute love. But then if parents don't watch what they see around kids, kids tend to take and think whatever that their parents are saying is Because then I believe in love because my parents taught
So
me love.
that's what you exposed to.
So now, as much, I don't think an 8-year-old or 12-year-old has the ability to just be rude. Out of the blue. Like you can't be born of such character. I honestly don't believe
That's
it. I think you're gonna in a way, the way, shaped into it. So now, teachers, for me, I think they are trying their best. It's just that now it involves another character. And then that character now, it's their parents behind. Or how are they actually raised their own? Because for me and you now, we can say, if you do something off, I would say, we're not like
exactly. Yeah, meaning because we're looking at this thing like being a young girl, now in that context of having to face bullying, like, okay, is it now you have to go back home, right? How was that situation? Were you able to, I just want to know how you got to overcome it in a way that.
So, generally speaking, also, my dad. My dad was
shout out to Dad.
Lamona FMK. Superhero Dama. I'm sure. Even the kids of my street, if they start me, one thing about me, because my parents were like, tell us everything. Like literally share everything with us. And it's not just me who's being bullied, even my sisters, but my dad always stepped up. Now my dad will come and fetch you and tell you, hey, stop.
Leave my child alone.
Leave my child alone. I need to official. And one thing also about my dad, I don't know. I think it's a good thing, but it's also a good thing. You are never wrong in the eyes of my dad's eyes. Asham, you can't come from the street and come and say your child did what you did. My dad will never take it. He will say, not my child. So whenever, but maybe, I don't know, maybe he could see our character, our real characters. He knew my child is not capable of 1, 2, 3. So when I used to get bullied at school, obviously, as you were explaining, you firstly, the teachers must play a role.
Exactly.
I would report it to the teacher, and then if I feel like they still continue, I will report it to the teacher again. But then if I feel like the school is not doing
that's
anything,
when you
I fetch my father.
No, okay, my dad.
My father will come. My father will come and explain it to the teacher, and then the teacher will try and reprimand. Next time, if it still continues, my dad will be there, after school, packed, and then And also, I was very fortunate because the second born in home, the one that I come after. Okay. So we are like 3 years apart. When I was in grade 4, she was in grade 7. So when I used to get bullied, now I would go and tell my sister, that one doesn't play. Shapat lapeng mo. Like at home, we're just taught to always look out for each other. That time, Lena, she used to get bullied, but my dad was coming to school on her behalf. But now that I have her, she's the one that is actually fighting. Whether you're a boy or a girl, my sister will search you after school.
As long as you're not messing with me, you're gonna say hi.
Ashapa. And then
So that's like what I'm getting from what you are actually sharing with us. Family, like you're saying, your siblings, your dad, they've played that positive part in your life. That at least, as much as you are facing such challenges, you knew, I've got people that I can actually share this with. I've got people that I can actually confide in with. This is actually what I'm going through. And so it goes to show that, family support and just sibling support in a way, it's very vital for building and protecting you in terms of that confidence that you're going to have, right? Especially as girls, because my main thing is about that. Because I'm saying, what was it? Girls face a lot of things. I know now because I've got like sisters and nieces back at home, and it also goes to this thing of body shaming and shaming in a way, because it gets to a person, yeah, well, because like I'm saying, you're still at that vulnerable, vital age. You are growing, you don't even know what's what in a way, and then now people are projecting some of those things to you. And I want to go back into the projecting part of it. Like you were saying, like you explained it the first time, even how kids will just choose to bully you. It's a reflection of probably where they come from. This is okay. This is fine. So to young girls right now, especially those who are still like in high school and all that, how would you actually tell them, how to deal with such situations in a way?
Yeah. I would first start with I was explaining my primary experience. So I think that what also helped me in high school, because now I left primary and now I step into high school. High school, I still went to the same school with my sister.
Oh, okay.
But but now things like my sister was like, she was always busy and then I'm grown now. I'm like, hey, yes, I can go and tell my parents or my sister, but now you're in grade 8, sort of like step up for yourself and see better in yourself. So now in high school, I think my friends sort of helped me get out. I had this other friend of mine, very, very confident also, very, very cheeky. She's she knows herself. When she's watching this video, she knows.
You're talking about.
Instead of me telling my sister, now I used to tell her.
Oh, okay. No.
Luckily, fortunately enough, I always had like a support structure. So this friend of mine, we literally became very, very close in high school. And then if something was off, she would also like step in. Hey, you can't do this to myself. I wanted that. I knew her when I was speaking, when I'm with her. Yeah. I knew what I'm saying. So, but still, I owed myself something. Yeah. And I was like, hey, now you're old and you can actually do 1, 2, 3 for yourself. And then you just now program your mind, or hey, now it's high time that I start standing up for myself. So in high school, I was like, whatever that happened in primary, it's not gonna happen to me again. I'm not gonna allow any person to get to me. Yeah. I was like, now I'm ready to be the John Cena. Come rain, come sunshine. Try me. Try me. And it's because I was hanging out with people with the same mentality. I was hanging around with someone who's very bold, and it sort of rubbed off for me. So it's very important to check your environment, your people who are surrounding you.
Because I also want to go there. I'm so glad you touched the friendship part. Like you're saying, this is somebody with a very bold personality, very confident and all that. So with friends, does one actually get to choose, or is there like you know what, if people are for you, they'll find you in a way, or there's a way in which I can be looking at you from a distance and like, no man, this one has to be my friend. Or how was that whole situation for you to end up now being with friends that are very confident, in which it rubbed off in a very positive way to you, built your courage, taught you that you need to stand up for yourself? How do one go about that part?
I think I'll use this quote, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. Yeah. Mlaza, we literally choose our friends because we see ourselves in them.
Yeah.
When they say your surrounding is defining you, that's very valid. If you hang around people with a certain mentality, I guarantee you're also like those people.
Yeah.
You're also like those people. So, in a way, for me to choose friends that are bold and confident is that I knew that I also had it in me. It's just that I I had to unleash it from
in a
somewhere
way, yeah.
that whoever that you're choosing to be in your life, they have a link to you, like they have a connection to you. You don't just choose someone. You can't just randomly choose Motolo. All your friends, they define you. You must check your sex, or if your friends they doing something, just know that's you. That's you, because it's like you're choosing this for yourself. You feel like this is what I deserve, or this is what I am capable with. You see, the way the mind operates, it operates on a place of safety. In a place of safety, it wants to take in or to process whatever that feels safe. So obviously, when you choose something that is safe. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's actually something that I'm sure a lot of people, even now, we kind of not aware, because we do, like you're saying, it's like we see ourselves in these people. That's how we actually get to really now, okay, I'm vibing with, because it's like that saying goes, birds of the same feathers flock together. So it actually is the same. So in terms of, okay, now we are transitioning from that part, the varsity life, because you have your BSc honors in quantity surveying, like, as a young girl, a young woman, there's actually a lot of things that we face, especially when it comes to career-wise. Like you were saying, for instance, your first love was civil engineering, and we're looking at engineering not as a male-dominated space, as a space where, mostly boys will do that. Girls, they better do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So for you, how much a role did the confidence play in you now choosing that career path that you've chose? Like you've mentioned before, okay, you've also came across such things, but how was it for you, that actual process for you?
I think for me to go to varsity, I had to start with high school.
Yeah.
I think doing very well in high school sort of gave me confidence, because now I'm like, hey, I'm part of top 10.
Yeah.
Right? I'm big. So I don't want to say it's those little things, but it's such things that actually also uplift you. And then now when you're part of top 10, fortunately you get to go on the trips and whatever. And so there was a program that I was attending in Cretan, where the top 10 of our school, during June holidays, school holidays, would go to Wits, and then when we go there, we stay there for 2 weeks, and then they just sort of giving you the varsity experience. They're giving you the varsity experience, so they sort of touch on the modules that we do at school, but they mainly touch on like varsity life. And you know what I liked about that program? Shout out to TTP. Yeah, it's called Targeting Italian Program. Best thing ever in the world. So, what they were doing is that we'd go, like it's 3 provinces. It was Limpopo, Mpumalanga, and Gauteng. So 3 different provinces. Limpopo, we know it's mostly rural, township, Mpumalanga, same like Limpopo. And then Gauteng now is the city. So you get there, it's, Joburg, it's a fast life thing. So we get there, what they did is that they made us all standard. They made sure we got everything was the same. There was no like, you're from Gauteng, you're getting what you're from the school or whatever. So we're like all on the same level. Yes, in Limpopo, there's people from Polokwane, which is the suburbs and all that. And then there's people from villages, there's people from townships. But they made us all connect and be all on the same level. So we'd get the same jackets, and then I think in a way they were trying to make sure you don't feel out of place. Like we're always wearing that jacket on top. No matter how hot it was, they were always told us, don't take off your jacket. You must always wear the jacket. So imagine we are all standard. It's literally your jean and the shoes that are showing. School bags, we have the same thing. food, we have the same thing. Where we're sleeping, whatever, like they were trying to show us already. It doesn't matter where you come from, it's possible for all of us to be on the same level. Asha. And then that's when I even told myself that not the only university I'm going to is Wits.
And you ended up
don't
going to
want
Wits.
If I tell you that I only applied to
Is it? Wow. Okay.
universities,
So it was
applied. No, it's three actually.
Hey.
It's UP, University of Pretoria, Wits, and UFS. But I was like, the
Your
other
heart
ones I'm
wanted to be
applying,
there.
but I don't care. I wanted Wits, and I wanted to do civil engineering or QS, and I hadn't decided. Oh, shuck. Come January, do very well. I don't know what happened with my application in UP. I didn't get any response.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was my sister who was applying, meaning what she did her own thing. So Wits, and then I got UFS. I also don't remember what happened, but I got accepted for quantity surveying and civil engineering and also teaching. All of them I got accepted. And I was like, hey, I had fallen in love with QSing and then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do QSing. QS is for the sharp. Get to varsity. Hey.
Yeah, they.
Varsity was now hectic because now I'm from the rural state and then I'm moving into the big city. Hobbies, fast life, everything. So in high school, I was very, very confident because I knew that I might be part of top 10. I was like, high school, I'm fine. Now I get to varsity. Now you watch TV, there's people who are 100% and what. I'm like, yes, I was part of top 10, but I was part of top 10 at my high school. in the rurals. Now it's this big capability. Send one of my ability. Hey, okay, we are here now. Sharp, it's fine. Got an NSFAS and I had family. Everything was fine. My parents had saved some small money. They accompanied me, moved in, all that. Hey, first day, go lecture hall. It's a big word. It's a big. It's big. Everything is big. Just the person comes in. People are already taking out notes. They have all. What did the lecture say? Literally, the lecture just said, "Good morning, class." People are writing. I'm behind now. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening here? Sharp. And then, now you're from the English I'm speaking. Well, now I'm used to speaking Sepedi. We're taught Sepedi. We're taught English Sepedi. And then now when you get here.
That's for English Sepedi.
Now
I get you.
It's possible. That's fine. Get classy Shiva. And then people are like, hi, sir. Can I please? No, I'm still translating things to my language so that I can understand. I'm like, hey, ooh.
But when it's that, so like, okay, now, as you mentioned, varsity is a whole different thing. In terms of making friends, how did you cope now with that? Because like you're saying...
I'll go back to what I said already. Now, how you see yourself, it will determine the friends that you choose. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna choose what feels safe. I sort of like didn't wanna put myself out. Obviously there were people who were like me who were give up AD or give us so to or Mazwa. Clever. I don't think first year I even had a friend who Ulela Siswati Basizulu or any because I wanted to pay this suit. This one is gonna make me speak English too much. I'm like, bye. I wanted friends Balore, Kima Baby, Kima suit. And when I think about it, literally all my friends were just kafeste. Wow. I'm gonna speak English. Why? I didn't understand. But it also felt safe because I knew for them to get here. It means they were doing very well. But not because now I see myself killing English is tiring. I was like, I'm just gonna choose my baby girls there. Everything. I'm like, I chooses my friends. I was like, and so in that way, yeah.
It's really says that because like what I've heard in instances or a lot of people that I came across, like when it comes to friends that you make in varsity, those are people that you actually become more than friends, because it's like now you're choosing your people actually to take on this world with. Like for instance, like as I mentioned, you are taking up space, and as a young lady, you now varsity, you had friends, you pushed whatever, and then going into the workforce now, again, now all those friends that you've got from varsity, they sort of became part of your life as you go now. So in the midst of taking up space, that whole transition now, firstly, I just want to know, how was that coming from school and now into the work environment?
I feel like for me, the first transition was now I'll go back to varsity. I had friends, but but they didn't want to limit themselves. I only want to have two people about the also. So I had this other friend, she would have many other friends. She'll tell me, she knows herself. She'll tell me, let's go for tutorials. Hey, 1, 2, 3. She always wanted to be out there. I didn't understand how I always want to be out there. And then, in a way, because I valued her presence in my life, and I sort of like, hey, I'm a step out of my comfort zone now, and also put myself out there and connect with others, because she would force me if there is like any event at school, she'll say, let's go. I'm like, I don't want to go, because now I used to always want to be in my room,
you're saying space, what you used to.
Yes. And then so she sort of like built like a platform for me to also to network with other people. And so in a way, I sort of got used to this thing. I'm like, hey, Chloe, this thing when we're going to speak to 24/7, this sort of, I don't work out. You're clowning. You're clowning because, and then, it's fine. Now, because this friend of mine is one friend, I was like, I'm always with them. And Liana, she's with her other friend. So now, I had to also now as I had to come out of my shell and now experience this new thing. So at least I had sort of a transition and everything.
And on that, like saying, being an introvert also it plays a part, right? So do you feel like maybe you are now friends with extroverts, it made you to be a bit, let me also step out there? Or do you be able to be how are your friends? Is everyone an introvert? Let me just say that. Or how is it?
I don't understand them. I don't understand my friends.
They're introverted extroverts.
Extroverts. I want to think who's an extrovert. They're not really. That's like you choose your friends because you also like them. So I don't have a friend who out there. I don't.
Yeah.
I honestly don't. extrovert.
Yeah,
Yeah.
introverted extroverts.
Yeah,
Something like
something big. Something
No, I
big.
do get you. Like you like you know about station, because I wanted to go into this thing here now, having to go into a workspace. Okay, how you carry yourself, number one, because that's where confidence gets to play a huge role. How was that whole transition for you? How was it like?
It was a tough one. It was very, very tough.
Yeah.
Because as much as I had a friend who was out there, go varsity, go on, I was still struggling with confidence now. When presenting myself, I remember I used to shake. That time, now when I get to think about it, I want to understand what made me shake. Like, really, there's nothing that is harmful. It was the devil, Shema, because there's no way, like, what was I scared of? What, or maybe it's just we'll get into it. But so I remember my first interview. Mnaza, when you want something, you put yourself out there. I feel like now it's just that I was too comfortable. I was just too comfortable. It was okay, even if I didn't have other friends. It's not like I wouldn't pass for it. I knew whether you're there or you're not there, I was still pass. But then now, when you get into the work environment or just securing a job, you must be very bold and confident. Like, I remember my first interview, Asha. If I told you the way I presented myself, Lena was shocking myself. It was as I was speaking.
Yeah.
I was like, no ways.
This is me.
Is this me saying this? I'm like, Lena, when I say people were saying, hi, it was me that day. It was me that day saying. And then even my interview, I think they mentioned you're very confident.
Wow.
Like, okay, yes. because I want this job. And then like, yes. So I had to just reprogram literally. Like nothing. It's not like I listened to Steve I just told myself, hey, so you need this job, and for you to get this job, you must be this young lady. I thought you must be a superwoman. So I sort of told myself, nah, I'm changing. I'm stepping into a new environment, and now I can't hold back. Like I can't not. And then got the job. And then when I got the job, then now, construction is big. Construction is big. And then one thing about being in corporate or working, you must put yourself out there. Your career is solely your responsibility. If you choose where you're gonna keep quiet when we're not be at the back and not sort of networking is very big in this industry. If we're not, you're just gonna hold back, and yes, you can do your job, but if you're just holding back, you're not presenting, you're not adding, they don't see you, that's fine, they'll pay you. It'll just be like that. So you must, in a way, just learn correctly. Now you must start speaking to other individuals, and then for you to be able to network, you must be confident. You must be confident, and confidence, as I explained in the beginning, it's a matter of belief. You believe that you can achieve 1, 2, 3. So yeah. And one thing that also helped me to become very confident is that put yourself in places that don't feel comfortable. Whatever that you wanna achieve or do, if you feel like you're scared to do it, put yourself out there. I remember I had to literally force myself now. If I don't wanna present something, or if I feel somehow, I made sure that I do it. Even with the way you carry yourself. If need be that you must walk in a certain manner or speak in a certain, do it. Like you must practice.
So it's a gradual build up to, being confident person, like you mentioned, putting yourself out there, be in those uncomfortable positions, be in have those uncomfortable conversations, because that's where we can actually now grow in a way, because something you're not used to, so it pushes you to actually do well. So in the context of now, you said, okay, we are now getting into the professional space, we're getting into the work world, right? What's, let's see, one piece of advice, let me just say it like that, you would give to especially girls that, want to get in such spaces, like for instance, a space where it's male dominated and so what's that one piece of advice you would give to young girls that are pursuing such areas in their lives? Yeah.
I'm joking. But I think it starts with you. I believe that
Guess that how many times this sort of business repeats that? Yeah, the thoughts are gone.
And I have the answer in my head. But my mind is gone. Okay. Alright, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Let's start again.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Okay. So in terms of now stepping into spaces like the professional world, like you're saying, okay, now from school getting into the workforce, right? For young women, what's that one piece of advice or just your thoughts on what you think they should, know or just around that whole part?
It firstly starts with you. It starts with the confidence that we're talking about. And then we said confidence is how you actually see yourself. So when I say about it starts with you, it's mainly what do you want for yourself. And you must first establish that I want 1, 2, 3 for my life. And in order for me to get 1, 2, 3 that I want in my life, I must be this person. And I must also have this belief. And I must also check my surroundings. What type of energy am I keeping? Am I with people who are motivating me to do better? Or am I with people who are actually trying to bring me down? People who don't speak positive things. So you must literally just be, I think the best advice I can give is that you must just be the best version of yourself. And then by best version, I literally mean the best. The best, it means whatever that you do is literally the best. How you present yourself, how you see yourself, how you carry yourself, be the best. So I genuinely don't believe we live in a tough world. I think everyone is in their world. So you create your environment. You create the space you want. You choose what you want to take in. So everything starts with you. Hence I said, you must always give reference to yourself. Everything that you do, you must be the center of your life. If I'm a Christian, I believe in God, and I know that my center is God. So, as humans also, you must have something that is running, something that is keeping you going. So find that center and yeah,
Yeah.
I'll finish talking.
Yeah. No, that's a mouthful. So yeah, on a closing note, what is that one piece of advice or some words you wish you knew earlier in your life, looking at where you are right now? Or what do you want to tell that little mashrokonolo back there? That one piece of advice to yourself.
I think I could have just told myself that I could tell myself that I'm in control of everything. The power was literally in my hands. It's never about the other person. It starts with me.
Wow.
The world is you create your own world. So yeah. I think I struggled a lot because I allowed external factors to affect me. But then now I know that I can literally just go back and say, Masalomani, just choose to see the best version of all things.
No, thank you so much. And, thank you guys for actually tuning in. And I hope you left, a subscribe, a follow, and also do share with us what you thought of the episode. And, for more amazing episodes like these ones. And thank you to our beautiful guest again. I cannot stress this enough. Thank you so much for being a part of this episode. And yeah, all the best.
Oh, thank you so much.
I think I'm really glad to meet you. You're